We received Israel's report on the terrible killing of the World Central Kitchen team in Gaza a few days ago.
The Israel Defense Forces decided to fire and reprimand some of the officers involved in the devastating airstrikes that killed 7 aid workers in Gaza following the military's investigation.
It's very important that Israel is taking full responsibility for this incident. It's also important that it appears to be taking steps to hold those responsible accountable. Even more important is making sure that steps are taken going forward to ensure that something like this can never happen again.
The Israeli military said it had dismissed 2 officers and reprimanded 3 others for their roles in the drone strikes. The report revealed they mishandled critical information and violated the Army's rules of engagement. One officer reportedly mistakenly assumed the gunmen were located inside the accompanying vehicles and thought these were Hamas terrorists. Weeks ago, Israel has given examples of Hamas using civilians as human shields, making it harder to preserve innocent lives.
The terrorist organization Hamas continues to operate from hospitals and civilian infrastructure systematically. It exploits civilians and patients as human shields. Hamas attempted to rebuild its base in the hospital and use it as a shelter for fleeing terrorists. We will not allow this, and we will attack and continue to attack wherever Hamas tries to reestablish its hold.
The war in Gaza has resulted in the deaths of roughly 200 aid workers, making it one of the deadliest conflicts for humanitarian helpers.
Too many people have been caught in this crossfire of Hamas's making. Children, women, men losing their lives. Their safety has to be a priority, and military operations need to be designed around their protection, not the other way around.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu indicated to President Biden Israel would be making additional changes to its procedures to ensure aid workers are protected. According to a White House transcript of a conversation between the 2 leaders, Biden called for an immediate ceasefire. The U.S., Egypt, and Qatar have operated as mediators for months, trying to get Israel and Hamas to agree to a ceasefire and hostage release, but to no avail recently. Israel and Hamas agreed to a short-term ceasefire in late November, which lasted for a week. It resulted in the release of roughly 100 hostages who were kidnapped by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. The terrorist group still has over 130 hostages.